Well, hello and welcome back to the channel. So a few years back I built an InMoov, which is an open source 3D printed robot, and I made a series of videos that talked about the build and the electronics, and also a couple of videos on the software that controls InMoov, which is called MyRobotLab. The version I used then was called Manicore, but the people at MyRobotLab have been working on updating that software, and it's been out in beta for a year or so, and it's got quite stable now. So I've decided to update my InMoov with that new software. So the newest software now is called MyRobotLab Nixie. So the good thing about MyRobotLab, if you install it through the InMoov site, is that it will load MyRobotLab and also configure it to run InMoov. So it saves a lot of work there. MyRobotLab InMoov can be used as ran in simulation mode, so you don't need a physical InMoov, so you can play around with the software and see what it's like. Then if you decide you want to start building an InMoov, you can just build it in pieces. Like you can build the head and run the head in MyRobotLab, and then also all the other parts can be simulated, so you get all the speech recognition and speech and voice recognition as well. So to start the build, the software installation, you go to the Inmoov2 website here. So the first thing you need to do is make sure that you have Java installed. So you can check that to start with before you go any further. So in a Windows machine, just go to the search bar and type command prompt, and that will bring up a DOS window or command window or terminal. They've got a couple of different terminologies for it. And then you just type Java space minus version, and that will bring back the version number that if you've got Java installed on your computer. Here it says I've got Java 21.0.6. If it comes with an error that says Java not recognized, well then you don't have Java installed. So you need Java JDK 11 as a minimum. You can go higher. As you just seen, I got Java 21 installed. So you go to that link there. That will take you straight to the Java Development Kit 11. You can install that and it'll work, or if you want you can scroll up the page a little bit. To the latest version of Java. I decided not to put 23 on, I did 21 instead. So it depends if between now and you watching this video if there's any other newer versions. Java's free to install. Then after that you'll need to install the Chrome browser. I don't know whether it will work on Firefox or any other browsers, but I decided just to install Chrome on this laptop. And if you're going to have a physical InMoov, well, you'll have Arduinos in it, so you'll need to run the Arduino IDE, which is the software installer software. And then after that you also need to go to MyRobotLab and download the zip file, and the link's there. So once you have the software, you need to make a directory on your drive, call it MRL for MyRobotLab. This is a Windows machine. I'm not sure how you go about that for a Linux or a Mac machine. So I just copied the zip file into there, then unzipped it into that directory, and then I ran MyRobotLab, the bat file, and that started the installation process. I think for Windows, for Mac or Linux machines, you need to run the .sh. It does take a long time to install all the drivers and software and all that sort of thing. I didn't video that or do a screen capture of it. But the startup process is very similar to the install process, just the install process takes a lot longer. So this is running InMoov. So I'm just going through the directories here, and then so the install will be the same sort of thing. So once I click the bat file, it starts, in this case, running MyRobotLab. But as I said, the text that's whizzing past the screen is pretty close to the standard installation as well, just a lot slower. So now it's automatically open up the Chrome browser. So this is the graphical user interface, or the GUI for InMoov. So it's just finishing running the program there. So it's finished executing the scripts. So now we hit the thumb, InMoov thumb, and that will start running the software. So now we've just got MyRobotLab installed, running. Then we are going to get InMoov running in MyRobotLab. So now it's just configuring MyRobotLab to run InMoov. This is all real time, and it generally pauses a long while on this initialization check. I'm not sure why, but it just does. So now we're back into setting up MyRobotLab to run InMoov. So you can use MyRobotLab to run any robotics or whatever. You just need to configure it to do that. So it says this is all in real time. Haven't sped it up or anything. So once all that's done, we hit the start full button. So this will get all the services that they call up and working, up and running. The computer starts talking to you at this point in the InMoov voice to say that certain things are starting. So if you had a physical InMoov which is connected via a USB cable to the computer, it'd also be starting up the physical connection, which talks to the Arduino Megas that are in InMoov. But since this is starting up in simulation mode by default, it's I guess it's simulating the communication with the Arduinos. So it's just started the simulation up. Graphical representation of InMoov. A bit later on you can decide whether you want the simulator to work or not, and I'll talk about that in the next video. So in this video we're just going to talk about getting the simulation working and running through a few gestures. All this does take a while to do. I'm not sure if it's processor related or not. If I had a faster laptop it might load faster, I'm not sure. So eventually we'll come up with, say, something like scripts all executed or something like that. So up till now I've been using the screen capture software, but my laptop isn't capable of running the screen capture software and InMoov software or the MyRobotLab software at the same time. So I've had to resort back to just using the camera to capture the physical screen. So sorry about the poor quality of the images, but I just wasn't able to run both softwares at the same time. So here's the simulator. Now it's going to open up in IO1, and I'll just click on the arm, and then we'll go to the left arm, and from here we'll click the left omniplate, and we'll be able to control that, the movement of that arm, by adjusting the slider. So this is the simulation mode. So we can do all the controls, all the servos and all that are connected to InMoov. Here we're doing the bicep. So that proves that the simulation part's all working. We're going to go back into IO1 on the GUI, and we'll go up to the ear. We'll have a look at we can look at the listening part. We don't need to normally go on this. It's just showing you that's going to listen. Now this is the servers. I have a USB microphone plugged in to the laptop, so I'm just trying to talk to InMoov now to get it to run a gesture called DaVinci. It's taking a little bit of time to get going. DaVinci. At the bottom half of the screen you can see what words it's InMoov can hear. So this is speech to text recognition.
I feel calm and in control of my life.
Because it didn't understand DaVinci, it just comes back with some random comments. DaVinci. Quite possibly my Australian accent is confusing InMoov a little bit.
I deserve to reward myself with special treats and activities.
But once he does, you should see the simulation respond to the gesture.
This is the post from Leonardo da Vinci's drawings.
So you can see the arms are going up to the classic Da Vinci picture.
You don't say.
You can also run commands through chatbot. So it's just down on the list there, on the left hand side. So now we can just enter text straight in. Here I'm just going to put relax, which is another command or another gesture. And I'll make the InMoov go back to the relax position.
Relax.
So I think that will do for this video. That's the simulation up and working. In the next video I'll talk about
Relax.
Physical InMoov connected. So for now we'll just turn this InMoov off. So you can use this command, the stop start button up here, or
Relax.
could have also said shut down. and the voice recognition or the chatbot would have done the same thing. So if you want to know more about InMoov, there's a website there called InMoov. Talks about the creator of InMoov. All the parts, all the 3D files are there, and a whole heap of instructions. So you can start building your own InMoov, and also the link for Inmoov2 and MyRobotLab. Sometimes it does come back with this sort of error. I'm not sure why, but just persist with it, and it should work okay eventually. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you for part 2.